Welcome back, hikers. It's Bigfoot, and I'm here to go through my entire gear setup for my Tour de Mont Blanc hike that I have coming up here in the middle of June 2018. Now, just before we get into the full gear list, due to the popular demand and all the requests that I got, we've decided to relaunch our t-shirt campaign. We're going to sell the Follow Bigfoot channel t-shirts for the next 14 days, all the way through June 24th, which is a Sunday. This is what our channel t-shirts look like. I will put a link in the show notes below on how to get to Bonfire and purchase these t-shirts. What we got going on here is we got our day hiker, our weekend backpacker, which has their big backpack, pretty clean cut as you noticed. Your section hiker, which you can see the beard is starting to grow, hair is getting long. And then of course you got your Thru-Hiker, which you're in full out beast mode or Bigfoot mode, because after a Thru-Hike, you pretty much look like Bigfoot. We both have a male design right here. We also have a female design as well. So again, check out the show notes below and get your t-shirt today before time runs out. So I got my entire setup right here. It is ultralight. This entire setup comes in at 9.9 pounds. I am using the Z-Packs Nero, as you can see, as my pack. But I'll go through and talk about every single item that's in this entire gear setup. I'll also throw the weights in there. Every single piece of gear in this entire pack that I'll talk about, I'll link below in the description box. So if you want to check it out, do a little more research on it, you can do that as well. Well, here it is. My entire gear setup for the Tour de Mont Blanc. Injinji socks. Love these socks. These are probably the best socks that I've had, and I keep on wearing them. Haven't had a blister on my toes since I started wearing them. Now I got a spare pair, so I'll have a hiking pair and a spare pair. Now this is just a pair of Nike running shorts. I actually cut out the liner in the inside. I don't like liners when I'm hiking, so I'll be wearing my Ex Officio boxer briefs below. I prefer the 9-inch boxer briefs. I like to have a lot of coverage. I've got my hiking pair and my spare pair. I've been using these since I thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail, which is the Patagonia lightweight Capilene t-shirts. Then I have the Ultras, Lone Peak. I think these are the 3s. I had some issues with these on the trail, but I've since fixed the insoles and everything like that. But I'm going to use them because I got them and they've just been collecting dust, so I'll bring those with me to Europe. Coming over here is the trekking poles. Yes, these are carbon trekking poles. Yes, I don't like carbon fiber trekking poles, but these are a little different. They're beefier carbon fiber pole. These are made by Lakey. They're the Carbon Max. I spent some time talking with the marketing guy of Lakey over at Trail Days. He talked me into bringing these things out on the Tour de Mont Blanc to test them out. The top here is a handkerchief by North. This is a new company by Chad North. You saw his video at Trail Days. There's so many different uses of a kerchief and a handkerchief. These are made with merino wool. This is the handkerchief, not the kerchief, so it's not the larger of the two. And then, of course, I got my Head Sweats Bigfoot hat that I typically will bring with me. The temperatures I'm going to see on the tour are going to be somewhere from about freezing, 32 degrees, all the way up to maybe 70 degrees. But I am bringing just a pair of fleece mitten gloves. These are from Z-Packs. I would have brought my possum down gloves, but I can't find them since my move because I actually do prefer those. They worked really well for me on the trail. Z-Packs fleece hat. And then I have my Mont Blanc Versalite rain jacket right here. Then to the left is, this is actually a new piece of gear. This is the Mont Blanc Plasma down 1000 down jacket. This is extremely light. It does not have a hood. It comes in at 4.8 ounces for the medium. I got the large, so it's like 5 or 5.1 ounces, and that's with the case. It does not have a pocket for you to carry it in. This is the Patagonia Thermal Weight Zip Neck Hoodie. Actually, no, it's not the hoodie. It's the one without the hoodie. I would bring the hoodie, but my zipper broke on it, and I need to send it into Patagonia to fix it. And lastly, I've brought these before on other hikes. This is the Mont Blanc Tachyon Wind Pants. Super lightweight, super versatile. When I was in the JMT, I didn't need to use any leggings. My entire JMT Thru-Hike, I just threw these on and had no problem with staying warm, and I'll have temperatures lower than what I saw in the JMT and much lower elevation. The pack I'm going with, the Nero. I am not bringing my zip, mainly because I'm not going to need to carry the amount of food I would on a normal Thru-Hike, since we are going to be going through so many towns. So the adjustment that I made on this, I cut a piece of my Thermarest Z-Lite off,
and using this for the backing. It's also a sit pad as well, so I can pull this out. I prefer this over the Z-Packs sit pad. I had some issues with it when I was doing some pre-hikes with it moving and adjusting. It's a little bit smaller than the size of this. I like to have a little more coverage, and this seemed to help out a little bit with airflow. This is obviously a frameless pack. Now I'm bringing my Solplex. This is not the Duplex, this is the Solplex. I'm only taking this on a few adventures. I need to get it back out there, and decided to bring the Solplex. These are the Z-Packs V stake, the titanium V stakes. I bring these are used for my storm doors because they stay in the ground. Very difficult for these things to come to staked. The purpose of them is to really be able to hold your tent down, especially in light soil or sand. What I actually do is I bring 3 of these, just in case if one bends, because these are not as durable as shepherd stakes or even the carbon core. But I'll bring 3 of these, and then I bring 5 of the MSR carbon core. So if I do have an issue with one of the V stakes bending, breaking, something happening, it's happened before a couple times, then I don't sacrifice having a strong, sturdy stake for my storm door. The sleeping bag I'm going with is a LeConte 30-degree top quilt from Cedar Ridge Outdoors. Brought this on the Ozark Trail. This is in a Z-Packs medium plus down bag. What I'll do is I'll throw all of my clothing that I'm not wearing, and that's not going to go on my outside mesh pocket like my rain jacket, and that's going to go in here as well. I have my Thermarest short Neo Air X-Lite. I'm bringing the short for this adventure. Don't need the long. And then I have the Sea to Summit Arrows pillow. Electronics. Here are all my cables and cords. Of course, I got my DeLorme InReach Explorer that I bring. I will be upgrading to the Mini for my next adventure when I try the Superior Hiking Trail second attempt of the speed record. This is the Anchor Power Core Speed 20,000 milliamp charger. This thing is amazing. I bought it as a package. Now with this, it comes with a wall outlet that is 30 watts. It pulls 30 watts through the micro USB-C cord into your Anchor charger brick. This thing charged in under 4 hours. Amazing. 20,000 milliamps in under 4 hours. Totally worth the extra weight for the package, because I'm not sitting around waiting for this thing to charge and I can't leave town or something silly like that. This is the Black Diamond Iota. I started using this on the Ozark Trail. Very lightweight, but at the same time, this is rechargeable. It's a rechargeable battery, so I don't have to worry about like the Ion that I had the same weight, but I had to change the battery every single time. Of course, I'm bringing my iPhone 7 Plus is what I'm bringing. I'll be recording. The thing that I am not showing here, oh, I got a tripod too. This is the BZ tripod. I actually really like this tripod. Worked well for me on the trail. The only problem is these little legs fell off. I would have super glued these things on had I known that. That's one thing I would change, but I do love the setup. I actually am using the mount, and I'm bringing my Rode lightweight mic that I'm going to bring on the trail so I can get some better audio footage. Kitchen BRS stove. Now I'm not bringing any fuel canister because we'll just share the canisters if we are going to be doing any cooking. A little mini Bic lighter. This is the Vargo Bot 700 milliliter. I love this. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more light than the 1 liter, but it's got the handles. Everything I need and nothing I don't. I am testing out the Sawyer S1. This is their new water filter. They have S1, S2, S3, depending on where you're pulling your water from and what you need to filter out. This is the more basic of them, and there's more information. I'll do a full review of this. You can check it out. I'll put links below. Then I'm bringing for my food storage is the OpSac odor-proof Ziploc bag. I am not bringing anything because I'm not going to have to put anything, hang anything. This will just basically be there to keep the odor down and to throw all my food in. But most of the time we are staying in refugees. And then my personal hygiene items. Body Glide, absolute must for me. Many of you know I'm one of the few hikers that actually brings deodorant out there. It just makes me feel better. It's my luxury item. Sunscreen, because we will be above tree line quite often. Cut off toothbrush. And I got some bandages. Katie tape, excuse me. and just some ibuprofen. Then we got toothpaste, floss, and this is something that I do. I bring Dr. Bronner's soap. What I do is I have another Ziploc bag the same size as this inside there, and I'll throw water in there and wash my hands and then dispose of the water away from a water source and the trail. There's nothing that replaces soap. Sanitizer doesn't do the same thing. It's not going to get rid of viruses. So that is why I bring Dr. Bronner's soap. I can also use that, the refugees, to wash my hair and that sort of thing. And then I just got a little small wallet from Mont Blanc, carry my money, and then everything will be in a Z-Packs little ditty bag here. Then of course I got my Q-Wiz trowel. This is the trowel I've been bringing for years, and toilet paper. So there it is, my ultralight 9.9 pound setup that I'm using out there on the Tour de Mont Blanc over in Europe, the French Alps. Really excited about this adventure. If you have any questions about anything in here, go ahead and place them below in the comments. I will do reviews of all the new stuff that I am bringing right now in the upcoming months, and just an overall gear overview like I've done before in past hikes of my entire gear setup, what worked, what didn't. Stay tuned on the channel for all of my TMB videos, and get out there and take a hike.